Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, October 4th, 2016, the debate happened between the vice presidential candidates, Mike Pence, Tim Kaine. The debate was in Farmville, Virginia, which is Tim Kaine's state where he was the governor, a location not too far from Washington, D.C., the federal headquarters. Yesterday, before the debates began, I uploaded a short video, a clip from CNN, where they were revealing that the GOP website put out a detailed report before the debate even happened, going into the intricacies of how Mike Pence defeated Tim Kaine in the debate. Specific details about how Mike Pence won, what he said before the debate even happened. What that shows, if you have critical thinking, is just how scripted these debates are, just how planned they are, that the people on the stage are nothing more than puppets fulfilling the agenda. The people who rule this nation, they are Zionist banker Jews. And the people you see in office, they are puppets on strings that work for this game. The powers that be, the Freemasons, the Zionists, they run this world. They run international banking. They run international government. They run international media. And worldwide, what they have done to the people is given them false perceptions, false understanding, needless propaganda to have this false reality. Here in the United States of America, people have been programmed to think that democracy is great and we have a democracy, and communism and fascism and all this is bad and evil. The truth is, this nation, it is a communist nation. It is a dictator nation. It is a fascist nation. If you look up the definitions of communism, fascism, it has everything to do with corporations, businesses being run by the same people who run government, the same people who run media. That's exactly what we have in the United States. That's what it's always been here. The people of this nation, they're taught to think that those things are bad, but that's exactly how they're ruled over. Meaning that the people don't even understand that the world they live in, all they know are the lies, the bullshit programmed to them. In the history of the United States of America, no one has ever elected a president. Every president has been chosen. And if you read the fine print on the way our elections work, it's already stated that this is how it is. It's the Electoral College that picks presidents. Remember in 2000, George W. Bush lost the popular vote, even as we were told on TV. George W. Bush was truly a crackhead, a coke snorter, the son of a former president, someone who could hardly formulate a sentence, someone who showed to be low functioning. That person was the president of this nation for 8 years. Do you think such a person could have possibly have been the president of the United States in a real democracy? The son of a former president? It's very obvious that we're ruled over by kings. The Bush family is a family of kings. Remember, when George W. Bush became the 43rd president, his brother was the 43rd governor of Florida, the state that it came down to, the state that made him president. First they said Gore won the state and Gore was the president for about a half hour. Then they said, oh wait, it's too close to call, we got to recount. Then the next morning it was out, George W. Bush, president of the United States. With regards to Bush being the 43rd president, his brother being the 43rd governor, Yale equals 43, the Bush family from New Haven, Connecticut, where Yale is. Bush, a member of Yale and Skull and Bones, graduated 33 years before 2001, graduated in 1968. His birthday is July 6th, 68 days before September 11th, 2001. In 68, Bush graduated. 911 was made the national emergency dialing code. World Trade Center construction began in New York. We are living out a planned agenda, people, by the numbers, and that's what I'm going to show you. When you learn numerology, when you learn gematria, you see what's going on here, from propaganda in the news to false flags to ritualistic debates, which are all for show by the numbers. So what I'm going to show you is, in addition to what I already showed you about the Democratic-Republican presidential debate at Hofstra, Clinton versus Trump, last week, I put out a video before it happened. I showed how everything about that location was for Hillary Clinton, and of course the debate went in her favor in a big way. Donald Trump made himself look like even more of a buffoon than he already is, which is making Hillary passable, a candidate that no one supports. I live up here in the very liberal democratic Seattle. You can't find a Hillary bumper sticker anywhere. People have told me that they've seen one here and there. I still haven't seen any, and I'm out on the roads every day. I have not seen a Hillary bumper sticker. There's Bernie Sanders bumper stickers everywhere. There's no Hillary bumper stickers. But she's going to become the president because it's all planned. It's all an agenda. Donald Trump's being run as the stooge to make her passable. People will breathe a sigh of relief when it's not Donald Trump as the president. Anyway, the people who are doing this to us, they are the Freemason Zionist Jew Network. They operate worldwide by the numbers, and they code their numbers. Last night's debate was at Longwood University, which equals 96, like Freemason the big way. Longwood alone equals 42, like Freemason the small way. They had a brand new woman in the media, 42 years old, anchor the debate. We'll talk more about her. Yesterday's debate, it was the day that leaves 88 days left in the year. That's been a big number for the Trump campaign, along with the number 187. Yesterday's debate on the day that leaves 88 days left in the year. 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump got endorsed by 88 retired generals. And obviously that didn't happen. I mean, how fucking stupid is Donald Trump? What has he said about the military in the last year he's been running? He said that if he becomes president, he'll consult to his favorite war movies for how he'll form his War Department. I mean, that's a quote right from his mouth. This guy says the stupidest shit. We are being made fun of just even having this guy as a candidate. The Zionist Jews have chosen him to be stooge boy, to put out in front of us, shoved down our throats for now more than a year straight. And the Zionist Jews who think that the people of this world are fucking losers, they call them goy, something lesser. And I gotta tell you, the people of this world mostly validate their points, that they're fucking morons. But anyway, they love tormenting us. So they give us Donald Trump, and then they watch all the American sheeple eat it up, and they watch how he gets a big following. I mean, you couldn't put out a more pathetic person than Donald Trump. This big stooge, this salesman that's full of hot air with nothing credible to say, runs on racism and hate and putting down women. Why is this ugly fucking piece of shit with a comb over talking about other people's looks? How ugly is the motherfucker Donald Trump? I hate everything about this guy. I can't even stand to fucking look at him. And then we have to hear him harp on about other women's looks? Such a setup, you guys. This is how they're going to get the first female president installed. Anyway, 88, 187, coded all year for Donald Trump. I've been documenting it for more than a year. Last night's debate in the 187 location on the day leaving 88 days left in the year, which is also George Washington country. George Washington's buried in Alexandria, VA. George Washington, 187 the big way, 88 the small way. Remember, Donald Trump's GOP convention in Cleveland began on July 18th, 18/7, exactly 187 days before Inauguration Day. Trump 88, Manafort 88, his latest. I mean, just how stupid does that name sound? Manafort? Obviously a made-up bullshit name just to fill the role that he is right now as Trump's campaign manager. How many of those has he had? Washington, George Washington, he's buried in Alexandria. Gematria 44, a number connected to killing. This is a race to be the 45th president, but only the 44th person to be president. The first ever presidential assassination attempt was in Alexandria, VA, on the 7th president. You know who that is? The one who said he killed the banks, Andrew Jackson. Anyway, Farmville, Alexandria, Gematria 44, big number in the race. With regards to this being a race for the 45th president, Mike Pence has the right name for the VP, 45. He was the man last night. The debate, Longwood University again, 201 High Street, Farmville, VA. Notice the zip code, 23909. That 239 stands out because the flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street in Philadelphia, where the Democratic convention was this year. On day one, the DNC was criticized by right-wing media for having no flags on the stage. Became their big talking point. Flag sewn in Philadelphia at 239 Arch Street. The flag turned 239 years old this year on June 14th, which is also Donald Trump's birthday. Flag Day. 239 is a special number to the Jewish Zionists who run the media. who own Donald Trump, who own Hillary Clinton. Every president in this nation is a Zionist agent, without exception. That's why Hillary and Donald both get on their knees for Israel and have no differences over support for Israel. Anyone who supports Israel is an enemy of the world, and that is a fact. Israel is the most detrimental state to the entire world. All sorts of needless violence, hate, bloodshed spread by the Zionist Jews worldwide for the existence of that state, which is a state they plan to grow in a big way. Someday the whole Middle East will just be Zionist Jewland. That is their agenda. These people are working with a plan. All of you doomsdayers, people on your knees waiting for Jesus, thinking that Armageddon's about to come, you are people who are worshiping the Zionist Jews who've given you your false religion, your false beliefs, your false fears. These people have plans to just keep taking over the world more and more, while so many of the people that they've brainwashed wait for Jesus, a mythical figure. So anyway, this was on High Street. High Street equals 119. All-Seeing Eye 119. Star of David 119. Master Plan 119. The first debate, or the first headline after the debate was over from CNN, 119. This debate came exactly 119 days after Mike Pence's birthday. No coincidence. From Donald Trump's birthday to the debate yesterday was 112 days. Zionist equals 112, which is a supporter of Israel, which is what Donald Trump is. It was also a span of 113 days. Mainstream equals 113. Dishonest equals 113. Bava Kama 113A says it's okay for somebody who's Jewish to lie to somebody who isn't. You know, Donald Trump, little Jewish puppet, no honesty, just lies and makes excuses for himself nonstop. And the only reason so many Americans support it is because this is a nation of sociopaths, psychotics, people raised by the TV, by the Zionist Jews who are filth themselves, so they identify with filth, such as Donald Trump. A lot of people in this nation that need to get 86th ASAP. Here's Mike Pence, born June 7th, 1959, Freemasonry 67. Again, from his birthday to yesterday, 119 days. At the very fitting location. 119, the number of the Zionist Jews. It was the Zionist Jews in New York and New Jersey documenting the September 11th attack, and then our government paid to send them back to Israel. The nation we give $104 million to every single day. We give $104 million to the nation that's responsible for September 11th. We go to war with the people who aren't. We kill them. We ruin their nations. We steal their wealth. And then what do? We give money to the Zionist Jews, who it's all for. And then we, the people, we say, well, what can I do about it? I just need to go to work tomorrow. I just need to feed myself. I need to pay my bills. Guess what? If enough of us woke up and went to Washington, D.C. and put an end to the federal government, and then in the big formation we formed, went right down the line, got rid of these Zionist Jew media networks, got rid of their police stations, got rid of their tax collecting bureaus, got rid of all their fucking bullshit, then guess what? You don't have to go be a slave tomorrow. Your life all of a sudden isn't about commuting in traffic to work for your penniless job that takes away all your time. We can restore sanity. We can become an agricultural society again, grow food. We already have enough shelter. We already have enough everything in this world. All we need to ensure our survival is food. Everyone's quality of life can improve if we get rid of this gang of tyrants that have made us into slaves, consumers, drones, robots. Here's Tim Kaine, who a month before he was made the VP, I made a video saying why he would be the VP. I got these people figured out. It was easy to see why Tim Kaine was slotted to be Hillary's VP. Hillary's presidency is going to be all about war, fake terrorism, and mass shootings, and taxing people on guns and making them get insurance. Tim Kaine's the guy for that. That's what his resume is too. That's why you see these candidates, when they get up on the stage, they don't talk about a single thing that's real. All they talk about is all the contrived Zionist Jew narrative that's been put out in the media. There's no such thing as ISIS. All these shootings are fake. Nothing ever happened at Sandy Hook or any of this other bullshit you've heard about. That's all these candidates get up there and talk about. All the bullshit Zionist Jew news. And then they talk about how much they love the Zionist Jews and how they're the biggest allies and they're going to be there for Israel. Man, fuck Israel. We need to stop giving them $104 fucking million every day. Jerusalem equals 104. The date this nation was established, 104 numerology. The new building in New York City, 104 stories tall, 1,776 feet. Zionist Jew empire we live in. Bunch of Zionist Jew bitches they've raised here. From Tim Kaine's birthday to the debate yesterday, 221 days, number of the Bavarian Illuminati. Bavarian Illuminati connected to George Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Speaking of Clinton, check this out. Last night they had this woman on. I took this picture. Her face looks flushed out. She had never done a debate before. She'd never even been in the national media before. They had her do the debate, and they did a feature story on her. Her name's Elaine Quijano. Here's why she was chosen. This is why you got to know the gematria. Quijano has the exact same gematria as Clinton. And remember, Bill Clinton, the reason Hillary even has the name, was not born with the last name Clinton. He was born Bill Blythe. His biological father was murdered on a date with 33 and 87 numerology. He was murdered on the 137th day of the year. Washington, D.C. equals 137, the 33rd prime. He was murdered May 17th, 1946. That's also the day that leaves 228 days left in the year. United States of America, 228. Death, 228. Makes me wonder if that's even a real story. Did Bill Clinton even have a biological father named Bill Blythe? Or is it some made up background to explain how he became the Manchurian Zionist Jew politician that he is? Bill Clinton, horrible human being. What's he been doing ever since September 11th? He's been one of the most outspoken people in the media, demonizing those who called out the lies of September 11th, calling people crazy, lunatics, weirdos. And the American sheeple, they believe it. All these people, they need to be publicly executed in the street, live on television, so everyone can know. The Zionist Jews are done for. You want to align with this? You're next. You're next for the chopping block. I heard Department of Homeland Security ordered a bunch of guillotines. I don't know if that's some propaganda, but that was in the news not too long ago. If they have 30,000 guillotines that they ordered, guess what? We need to find those. We need to get all these Zionist Jews there. It's going to be a pay-per-view special. You know what I'm saying? So look at this woman's name, Elaine Quijano. 133, like White House, like government. Her first thing is to sponsor a presidential debate. These people in the media are just essentially created robots. You know, they have no thought. They just follow what the teleprompter says, deceiving the public. And somehow the American sheeple, they look at these zombies, these robots, and this is what they trust. This is what they believe. This is one of the ladies who would just calmly read to you the script. At the 9/11 wreck site, we could not find the plane, but we found the turbines, the passports of the terrorists, and the box cutter knives. We could only find the passports of the terrorists, and they tell us that a man in a cave halfway across the world. I can't even fucking do this, but this is how the TV is. It just talks to people with senseless bullshit that doesn't make any sense, and everyone just eats it up. Here's another headline from CNN. VP candidates carry on the fight. 133. When this whole, circus started with finding out who was going to be the Democratic nominee, the Republican nominee, they said Donald Trump was the 133rd richest man in the world. Story last night, meet Elaine Quijano, the first Asian American to moderate a debate. So why did they have an Asian woman do it in Farmville? Again, this is a race to be the 44th person to be president, the 45th president. That's because Grover Cleveland was number 22 and number 24, the only term to have a president to have a split term, making the count off by one ever since in terms of presidential number and person. Obama's the 44th president, the 43rd person. He was elected on a date with 43 numerology, gave his acceptance speech in Grant Park, having 43 gematria, the land of Lincoln, who was born on the 43rd day of the year, the Civil War president, Civil War 43, Charleston 43. With regards to 44, when you write it out, it sums to 144. Hillary Rodham, her maiden name is 144. Time magazine when she first announced that she was the perfect age to be the first female president. She was 67 at the time. Female equals 67 in Jewish gematria. International Women's Day is on the 67th day of the year. Hillary was born October 26, 1947. Emphasis on 47. Time in simple English gematria equals 47. President 47. Agent 47. October's the only month with 33 gematria, like Clinton, like federal. The 26th day of the month, that's the God number. Special numbers in these studies. If you watch the very first video I ever put out, the first numbers I educated about were 26, 33, 47, 74. I said, learn those numbers. You'll see through media propaganda in record time. Hillary's birthday, 26th day in the year 47, and the only month that sums to 33. Up here in Seattle, where I live, the Space Needle has a rotating restaurant that does a full rotation every 47 minutes. Seattle's on the 47th parallel. Tribute to time, gematria. So here's the woman, 42-year-old Filipino-American. Again, 42, that special number to the Freemasons. NYC equals 42. Hillary, her husband was the 42nd president. Freemason 42, Longwood 42, lady, female, and bitch, all words with 42 gematria. The Freemasons believe in divide and conquer. A lot of hateful, divisive words have 42 gematria. She's from Chicago. You know, Chicago, the Masonic Zionist Mecca. Hillary from Chicago. Bill Clinton's biological father supposedly died while driving back from Chicago. The article just talks about Sandy Hook, all this bullshit. The end of the article also talks about David Rhodes. Oh, of course, they got to bring in another 33. Rhodes 33, Clinton 33. Blacksburg is where 33 people were supposedly killed at the Virginia Tech massacre when Tim Kaine was governor. Federal 33, Order 33, Secrecy 33, Masonry 33. Earlier, I should have mentioned that Tim Kaine's birthday, February 26th, that was the date of the 93 World Trade Center bombing. Remember, when you write out 226 as a word, it sums to 93. Bill and Hillary took the Oval Office in 93, the number for Saturn, the keeper of time. And now it's Hillary's time to become the 45th president. Bill was 42, Hillary's 45. Add those numbers together, it's 87, like Clinton the Big Way, like the woman's name last night, Quijano. Inauguration Day is 87 days after her October 26th birthday. Here's another headline after the debate. The proxy fight equals 181, the 42nd prime number. Again, it was at Longwood, Freemason show. Tim Kaine born in February, the only month with 42 gematria. Down in the description, I'll link this video in case you missed the clip I put up yesterday. It's just a minute long. If you haven't subscribed here, just subscribe. Go through my videos. See all the videos I have. I try to keep up with all the news. I show you how it's all scripted. What I am trying to prove to people, which I should have proven about 3 years ago, is that every day's headlines are planned by the numbers. This is how the Freemasons and the Zionist Jews operate. Everything, even stories like this. This story came out about Mike Pence right after he was named the VP. Notice Mike Pence was in a blue tie. He's a Republican. Republicans wear red. Democrats wear blue. Last night at the debate, they did it again. Look, the Republican in blue, the Democrat in red. The other night, Hillary was all in red. Trump had on a blue tie. They're messing with you. In every debate before this year, the colors have always been traditional. The Democrats wear blue, the Republicans wear red. We understand this. They're flipping it on us. And the reason they're doing this is because it's all part of the mocking. Donald Trump being up there is part of the mocking. The colors are part of the mocking. I've seen this since I was a child. These parties, they are empty. They don't stand for anything. It's false division to divide the people, to get them to argue over the same shit every election. It's the same shit every election, people. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. You live in a system. You're a slave to a system. It's all about maintaining the system and getting people to quarrel and fight over nothing. We got to evolve. We got to wake up. Anyway, this story came out of New York. Supposedly Pence was in New York meeting with Trump, becoming the VP. From July 16th, 16, date with 39 numerology. New York 39, NY 39, New York State of Establishment 39. Just everything. Anytime they give you a story, they have to do it by the numbers. These people are ritualistic. You learn to understand their language, you see through their propaganda. Mike Pence, when he speaks, he seems like he's an all right guy. You know, he has a nice tone. He's not abrasive. But at the end of the day, he's just another Zionist Jew fraud, and that's the way he plays the puppet show. All these politicians, they got a different, different character, different act to appeal to different people. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Wait. Again, in the description, I'm going to link the video on the Hofstra debate. I'm going to link last night's video. Check those out. The Hofstra debate, if you're not convinced yet, it should fully convince you. It was so lined up for Hillary. This whole thing's lined up for Hillary. Until next time.